Hey guys, so today I'm doing my Bookish Pet Peeves. I made a list of all my bookish pet peeves, well, some of them. Usually I read a book and I'm like, oh, that makes me so mad, and then I forget about it. So once I read it, now I'm consciously writing down what I don't like in books. But yeah, I'm just gonna tell you a few. We'll start easy, and then we'll go into the ones that literally make me so mad that I'll stop reading the book just entirely. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first one I have is colored edges. I don't like it. People like the Six of Crows duology, how the edges are black and red. Nope. Would never buy those in a million years. Even if those are my favorite books, I will get the normal pages, not the colored ones, because they make me so mad. I think they're ugly and kind of tacky, and I don't like them at all. The next one is open endings. They just make me mad. Maybe people get upset that oh, they don't want everything tied up in a nice little bow. I do. Or I need you to keep writing books about that, because you can't just end. I'm talking to you, Rainbow Rowell. Eleanor and Park, you can't end like that. That's not okay. Yes, it was kind of oh, this is where it's going, but also it was oh, this is where it's going. We don't, you know what I mean? You think it's all wrapped up, but then all of a sudden you're but actually, it could be anything, and I need more. I need them now. I don't want you to promise, oh, maybe in the future, right now. I'm already getting a little bit heated, and that was not what I was planning on this video. Oh my gosh. I know there's other open-ending books, but that's the one that I'm still has a sore spot. You know what I mean? Let's not talk about that ending, because ooh. Another one of my pet peeves is swearing unnecessarily in books. I'm someone who doesn't swear. I don't like swearing. I don't like people around me swearing, but if you do, that's fine. That's you. That's cool. Whatever. However you want to express yourself. But when it's in books, it's okay, again, I get it sometimes, but there's some books that are so excessive that I'm do you not know any other word? Me, Earl and Iron Girl, oh my gosh, it was a swear word, literally every other word. I'm just what is this? Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure half of your book, all the word, your word count, half of your word count would just be swear words. And I'm it's so unnecessary. I don't know if you're trying to be oh, teens, they swear all the time, but I'm also, I can talk, without saying swear words. I'm please don't. There's another book that I don't even know. I started listening to Sadie, and then there's so many F-bombs that I was just no, I can't. I don't know if I want to finish that, because I don't know. I don't like it. There's so many books that are so good that don't have excessive swearing, so you don't need it, because it's not going to make your book better. You know what I mean? Another one of my pet peeves is when a book takes place in one day. I can't even wrap my mind around it. I can read a 300-page book that takes place in a month, over a month, half a year, a whole year, in 300 pages, right? But then I'm reading a 300-page book that takes place in 24 hours. That doesn't sound okay to me. How do you fill up 300 pages in just one day? That sounds so boring. And every book that I read that takes place in just one day, I get so bored. What is it? Every star, something with a star. One by Nicola Yoon. Everyone's a star. Every star. It'll be right here. I don't remember what it was. Something with a star and something with, it's colorful. I don't know. That one. If I Stay. And the sequel to that one also takes place in one day. So bored. The second one was a little bit better, but also just no, don't write I don't like books that take place in one day. If it says oh, everything happened in one day, I'm just nope, not gonna read that, because it's gonna be boring. The next one I have happens in a lot of books, usually in a series, usually the second book in a series, and I don't like it at all. This is one that I actually, for sure, will just end up stop reading the book. And if I pick it up again, it's gonna be a long time later. And this happens with books that I'm absolutely loving. This happens with books that I'm not liking so much. But it's when the characters get split in the second book or in whatever time. Just like they get split up and they're not together anymore. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm here for both of you. Like, I don't want you separate, okay? I don't want you separated. Especially if you, like, can't communicate with each other. Like, this is unacceptable. That happened with, like, Under the Never Sky. And the second one, they split up, and I was like, but wait a second, I like both of you together. Like, what? What? It also happened in the second book of, like, the Angel Fall. Pendant of the End of Days. What is it? I don't remember. I'm forgetting all of these books, probably because I didn't like it, because they were separated, and I was like, what is my life? Just don't separate them. I don't, like, it's unnecessary. At least not for, like, how long they do. Oh, it happened in the Lux series, too. I like, what, the fourth book? They just split up, or the third. I'm like, like, stop. Like, I want them together, okay? Please leave. So the next one I have is not gonna make sense. Maybe. It's when, like, our protagonist, something happens to them, usually towards the end of the novel, and then all of a sudden they, like, change their mind and are just, like, completely different people and just, like, go against basically everything that you thought about them. It's like, it makes me so mad. It happened in Everything. Literally, this thing happens, right? And then all of a sudden she's like, oh, I can't do this anymore. And then she, like, just I don't know, it's like she implodes, and then just, like, everybody around her she just, like, hates, and then all of a sudden, I'm not gonna spoil you for, like, what happens at the end, but, like, girl, like, what the heck, we were, like, on this track, and then all of a sudden something happens, and you're just, like, who, like, sorry, did, like, someone take over our main character? Because, like, what is that? Like, why? Ooh, that made me give this 2 stars less than I was gonna give it. Just for that. And the last one that I'm going to talk about, because you're probably tired of hearing me talk, is when an author doesn't tell you the backstory that the story is based on, but it tells you, like, slowly throughout the whole thing. So this one was very, like, clear to me when I was reading 99 Days by Katie Cotugno. And we start and there's like, oh, this thing happened. She's like, ever since the thing happened, the towns hated me. Like, ever since this thing happened. And I'm like, what thing? And we don't know what the thing is. And, like, we talk to other people and it's just like, oh, well, that thing. I was like, what thing? And, like, everything's like, oh, you're so different from... I'm like, what thing? Like, we're all just, like, talking about this thing that happened, but nobody's specifying, like, what this thing was. And I'm just like, hey, I don't know why you feel the way you do towards these people if I don't know what happened. And then we usually find out and it's just like, literally doesn't matter. And I'm like, what is this? I hated that. Thanks for listening to me rant for however long this video is. I'll definitely have more in the future because there's lots of things that annoy me in books. Let me know down below some of your guys' pet peeves of books, if these are, like, some of your favorite things in books. I'd love to know, just because I like hearing everybody's opinions. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.